good morning, Ms. Gibson.
Good morning.
Laura?
Yes, please.
All right, well, my name is Kristen, and I thank you for coming to me today. It sounds like we have a lot to go over. Before we get started, I want to let you know that everything we speak about is confidential unless I feel like you're a harm to yourself or to someone else, and then I would probably seek supervision with my supervisor and get with that.
Okay.
Also, I'd like to let you know that this is being recorded, and at any time if you feel uncomfortable with the recording, just let me know and I can turn it off for you. And my instructor will be getting a copy of this video. You can have a copy if you like, and I can also type up a transcript if you'd like to see that.
All right. Thank you.
Understand?
Mhm.
All right, so what brings you into me today? What's going on?
I've been struggling with my job recently, trying to determine if I should continue staying where I'm at or take the break and seek employment elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
I've been with my job for like 24 years, so would be a big step to leave at this point.
I see. Okay, Laura, so you are struggling, trying to determine whether you want to stay where you are
Yeah.
or seek something else.
Yes.
What is bringing you to this point? Are you bored? I see you've been there a long time.
I'm not so much bored. Management has taken a new direction. It's a very high stress
I see.
environment, almost an environment of punish first, ask questions later.
I see.
And as an adult, who's been on the job for this many years, I don't need someone breathing down my neck. And
Okay. Now let me see, Laura. Is this new management that has come in?
yes, it is new management.
And are they likely to stay?
Well, probably for the next 2 years,
2
because
years.
at the new election, a new governor will come in. They'll appoint new people, so I would have to stick
Oh,
it
I
out for
see.
2 more years.
So your management depends on who's in office right
Yes.
now. I
Yes.
see. So the dilemma here is you could stick it out,
Yes,
possibly another 2 years, and things could get better.
yes,
But things could also get worse,
exactly.
depending on who's coming in.
Mhm.
I understand. Okay, so tell me what you like about your job. What do you do?
I go throughout the state and make presentations
Oh, okay.
about Medicaid.
Okay.
I help a lot of provider communities, not so much the people who are receiving benefits,
Okay.
but the doctors who treat them.
All right.
I do like being able to be on the road and help those people and making presentations. I'm an outgoing person,
Okay.
but they've limited how much we can travel and go do this. And where it used to be, the main goal was to be out on the road and helping the providers.
Oh, sure.
Now it's like just call them on the phone, and it's not as effective.
Is this a budget issue, or is it behavior? Is it staff behavior? Someone's taking advantage. Someone's taking a long lunch, going shopping.
No, it's just management's new direction of, I think, although no one has abused anything, I think their thought is if we let them be on the road, who knows what they'll be doing. So without any
Okay.
proof,
I
it's
understand.
definitely an environment of people will always do wrong as opposed to treasuring your employees.
So if I'm hearing you right, I'm picking up on some things. First of all, you like being out and about and helping people.
Yes.
Okay. You like presenting, speaking with people. It sounds like Medicaid is going away from the people side and more into the business side. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes.
And that's what you don't like.
Yes.
Do you feel like you would be happy in your job with things the way they are, but different management? Like speaking with providers only on the phone, but with more supportive management?
I probably could get used to that as long as management wasn't so negative.
I see.
I do prefer, having more contact in person with people, but I think the thing that scares me most is, if I could stick it out 2 more years, I get retirement. If I leave now, that's the risk.
There is a risk with everything. So you're feeling a little scared,
Yes,
a little frustrated,
yes,
angry.
definitely.
Okay. And stuck, perhaps?
Yeah, I do feel almost like trapped.
Trapped. Because you've been here so long.
Right,
And the money's probably good.
yes.
You've gotten some seniority, I would assume.
Seniority, I have lots of vacation time.
Right.
Leaving, yes, maybe I could negotiate that in a new employer, but new man on the totem pole, learning a whole new job.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Laura. Let's consider what issues you might face if you do change. Now, would you change careers, or would you just change a position, or?
I would probably try to keep in like the training
Mhm.
and adult education.
Okay.
Uh, um, but it doesn't have to be Medicaid or medical, just,
Okay, I see. So what are you looking for in a new job?
I would like to have, you know, the pay to be close to what I'm making.
Sure.
I would like, it would be great if I had some freedom to work from home.
Sure.
A lot of private companies are doing that now.
Absolutely.
So that would be things that would at least make the move easier, because I'd be getting something more out of it.
You mean something more tangible, like vacation time, and
Yes.
not mentally, like peace of mind, or?
Well, I think peace of mind, and also, you know, the freedom to work from home
Mhm.
as opposed to being like tied to a clock.
Okay, why is that important to you?
Because I have a son, I'm a single mom, and I like to be
Oh.
able to be available when he
Okay.
needs.
Understand, and how old is he?
He is 11.
Sweet,
Thank you for
alright,
asking.
very nice, so that's important to you.
Yes,
Okay, and is your work life starting to affect your home life at all?
it has. Just because I'm so unhappy at work, I'm not as outgoing and energetic with him as I'd like to be.
And how
kinda-
long has this been going on, Laura? How long have
About
these
a couple
changes?
years now.
Oh, a couple of years.
Yes,
Okay.
I thought it wouldn't get this bad, but
I
it
understand.
has.
Is anyone else in your organization feeling this as well?
Yes, a lot of people have already quit.
Okay, so there was no personal crisis that brought you to this point, no midlife, 40, whatever, and,
No,
I
it's
see.
just,
Okay,
yeah,
it's-
I've had some health issues due to all the stress,
oh my.
so that
Well,
has been a
that's an
concern.
important factor here. Now, you didn't bring that up before, so your work is starting to affect your health.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so when you consider switching jobs or careers, what is your first emotion?
Fear of the unknown.
Fear of the unknown. Mhm.
I hate to say it, but you know that teach an old dog new tricks.
Right,
I've been
sure.
here for a long
Right,
time.
sure.
It's not like I'm in my 20s.
I
and
understand.
go
Tail's
job
not
to
wagging
job.
as fast as it used to be. Understandable. Have you ever really explored? Have you been interviewing? Have you been
I
applying
have
for
had
other
a
jobs?
couple interviews. I tried to put myself out there. I go in kind of like waves. I'll apply for
Sure.
a lot, and then I don't do anything for a month or so, and then I think I got to do this again.
Right. So it sounds like at times things are okay, and I
Yeah.
might be able to hang on to this. And then
Yes.
there are times when, oh no, I've got to get out of here. This is-
Exactly.
and that is not on you. That is because of what is going on
Yes.
with management, so it's kind of a roller coaster.
Yes.
You can come in today and everything's fine.
Or I could come in and there's havoc everywhere, and everyone's
see.
to blame, and it's everyone's fault, the
I
management,
understand.
and
Okay.
yeah.
Laura, what I'd like us to consider is making a list of the things that you're most afraid of,
Okay.
and possibly a list of the things that can abate that fear.
Okay.
So you're afraid of the unknown.
Yes,
Okay, but everything's unknown till we know it.
that's true.
Okay, and you're afraid that you might,
What if I leave and it's worse? You know, it's not always the grass is greener on the
this
other
is true.
side.
Yes, yes. But you know, with every job, there's gonna be, well, any situation really, there's gonna be a positive and a negative.
Mhm.
There's going to be some benefits out of it and some negatives. Do you feel like the benefits now are worth your health?
Yes, I am concerned as a single mother. My son doesn't have a father. I'm
Right.
the sole parent,
Okay,
and you know, I really want to be healthy and around for him.
right.
So part of me is like, I have to do this for both of us, my
Mhm.
health and to be there for
And
him.
that's a lot of pressure on you,
It is.
which only adds to the problem.
Yes.
I see, okay. Well, Laura, what other options are available to you besides quitting your job or seeking other employment?
That's pretty much it. I could either quit, move back home with my family and try to
That's an option
recruit.
for you.
Yeah, or just seek employment elsewhere. I
Okay.
kind of feel like I'd be a personal failure if I just quit and ran back home to mom and dad, but they've welcomed me and said, you know, your health is
Oh.
important.
Yes,
So-
definitely.
So there's always that option in the back of my mind, and then that would give me time to think, where do I want to go from here?
It's interesting that you use the words personal failure if you quit your job and run back to mom and dad, correct?
Mhm.
What about that is failing if you're making the choice to do something better for yourself?
I just feel like quitting the job, I gave up. And to me, like, quitting is a failure,
Mhm.
as to not, like,
Mhm.
hanging it out or getting a new job right away.
So you consider being successful to be sticking it out,
Yes.
no matter how hard it is.
Mhm.
You can push through, and that's what makes you strong.
Yes.
Are you comfortable with that line of thinking? Because it kind of doesn't give you very many options, Laura.
Yeah, when you say it, no.
Okay.
Yeah, and when you say it out loud, no, it doesn't really make sense.
Okay,
and,
well, let's say it out loud. What
Okay.
is successful to you? What's success?
being a good mother,
Okay.
a good caregiver,
Okay, let's take
compassionate.
that moment.
Okay.
Do you feel like you are lacking in those skills now?
I'm not doing as good as I could be because
Because
I'm
of the-
depressed
I
and
see. Uh-huh.
tired due to all the stress, and I just want to relax when I get home.
I
It's
see.
almost too, like, I'm doing good to make dinner.
I understand, absolutely. Okay. What else is successful? Well, let's talk about career-wise. What means success to you?
Being good at my job,
Okay.
having enough money where I wouldn't lose my house and my
Sure,
car.
absolutely. Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
Not like I have to be rich, but
Right.
I would hate to, like, have my house foreclosed on that I
Right,
worked so
right.
hard to buy on my own.
Absolutely, and there, of course, there's a stigma associated with public assistance. So
Yes.
yes, I could see how that
Yeah.
would make you feel low. Okay, so being successful to you is doing what you like to do and being good at it,
Yes.
and being able to be financially secure or maintain where you are now.
Yes.
Okay, so Laura, do you feel like this is the only job that you would be good at?
No.
So you do feel like you would be good at your job if it were the same type of job in another area?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you feel you would be a better mom
Mhm.
and just as good at what you do as you are now. Do you hear yourself saying these things?
I do now.
Yes. So let's talk about this 2 years. In 2 years, you said you could retire or?
Well, I would have enough, I would have 25 years, and even if I left employment, I
Mhm.
could retire at 60
Oh, I
with a
see.
pension from this job.
Even if you're somewhere else?
Yes.
I see, so.
But if I leave earlier than that, you have to wait till 65 to collect. So leaving, I might have to work longer,
I see.
till I'm 65, as opposed to I could retire at like 57 if I stay here. So that's
It's something to consider.
heavy on my mind.
Sure.
And then I think, well, I could take a lower paying job
Mhm.
in government
Mhm.
somewhere else that wouldn't be this bad. But
So-
then that would be selling my house and moving, so there's a lot
I
of stress
see.
involved in all
Right,
that
right.
logistics.
Okay, all right. So the retirement is important to you.
Mhm. Yes.
So if we do another 2 years, you can go ahead and then find other employment and
Yes.
still get your retirement when you're 60.
Yes.
Let me ask you, is 2 years a long time to you right now?
Depends on the day.
I see.
Like when things aren't that bad at work, I think, yes, I could do this for 2 years.
Uh-huh.
Days where management has
Sure.
lost their mind again,
Yeah.
it's like, I can't do this one more day.
I see.
And that's the problem. I think it's going in waves. It's good, it's bad.
Right,
It's not
and
a
you just want some stability.
constant.
Right,
Yes.
because your work is stable
Yes.
and your work ethic is stable.
Yes.
And your attitude toward your job is stable,
Mhm.
but it's everything else that's making that
Yes.
change. I see. So the difference between 60 and 65, do you think that's a long time if you were in a better position?
Actually, I do. I always had it in my head to retire young.
Okay.
Like I worked hard at the beginning,
Sure.
so I can enjoy retirement. I'm
Mhm.
not the healthiest of person,
Right.
so the longer I have to work, the more risk there
I
is that I
see.
wouldn't have productive retirement years.
One thing that resonates with this interview is your strong work ethic. I'm assuming that's coming from your family.
Yes.
Okay, so why don't you tell me about that? Your values are coming from your family. Was that your mom and dad who worked hard that way?
Yes, they both worked very hard. They both managed to retire at 60,
Okay,
which is young.
certainly.
And I love watching them enjoying retirement.
I see.
You know, they have a summer house,
Mhm.
they have lots of friends, they are really living life to the fullest
Okay.
and able to enjoy their family.
Mhm, mhm.
And for me, I think the same thing. My son will be just going off to college or finishing college, depending on what year. And, you know, I would be able to move wherever he may go.
Mhm.
Like if he gets a job in some other state,
Mhm.
you know, not that I'm gonna live with him or follow
Sure.
him, but, you know, I wanna be there to be the grandma who watches the
Absolutely,
kids.
yes,
You
absolutely.
know, to be
Mhm.
that source of support for him.
I see, okay. So you mentioned moving back home with your parents.
Mhm.
Have you talked to them about this?
Yes. My mother is more for it. Not that my father's against it. He's very much, you need to, stick this out. You can
I
do
see,
it.
I see.
It's not that he wouldn't be supportive if I did, but
Right.
I feel like I'd kind of be letting him down. My mother is, yes, please come home and bring the grandbaby with you.
Right, certainly, okay. So you feel like you'd be letting him down.
Mhm.
Is that where the failure comes in for you?
Probably,
Do you
yes.
feel like you would be a personal failure for making this decision for yourself? Or is it more letting down this, you know, not meeting the standards that your parents
No.
set?
Probably more of a personal failure. Just,
Really?
I'm very hard on myself.
I can pick up on that,
Mhm.
absolutely, yes, okay.
So, yeah, but when I hear you say things out loud back to me,
Mhm.
it's like, sounds
Mhm,
kind of
sounds
stupid.
kind of, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's funny how things in our mind sound perfectly fine until we say them out loud, and then it's
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah, yeah. Whatever was I thinking?
Right, okay, so what is your ultimate goal from counseling, Laura?
I think just to, get to a place where I'm kind of more confident and at peace with my decision,
Okay,
whichever way it may be.
okay,
That I've talked through all the options, hear another person's point of view.
Sure, absolutely.
And to really think things through logically,
Yes.
not so much tainted by my personal values and
absolutely,
beliefs.
yes, and emotions.
Yes.
Yeah, there are days when we all just wanna say, forget it, I'm going back to bed.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, and-
absolutely.
or as I'm running home to mommy and daddy and I quit.
Oh.
I'm done adulting today.
I understand,
So
absolutely.
I think the counseling would just help me to feel confident that I've thought through all the avenues before I
Okay.
make a decision.
So do you want counseling to help you make this decision, or do you want counseling to give you the tools so you feel like you're making the right
The
decision?
tools to make me feel like I'm doing the right decision, because I think counseling can't make the decision for me. That's
Absolutely.
still on me.
It is on you,
But
absolutely.
I would like to be at a point where I think I've sought out the tools to
Mhm,
help me
mhm.
make the best decision for myself.
Okay, well, I think what we need to work on is making a list of what you really want for yourself. You know, your son is getting a little older, he's not potty training and all of that, so he's a little bit more self-sufficient.
Yes.
And you know, women at our age, we have raised our kids and we kind of want to be a little selfish,
Mhm.
perhaps. And you know, you get that feeling that now's my time to live. hmm And I want you to explore how you want to finish living. This is like another chapter in your life. This is a major decision.
Yes.
24 years is a lot to walk away from,
Yes.
but at the same time, it could be a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes. So, what I want us to focus on, Laura, is make a list of all of your fears for next time,
Okay.
and at least one solution to knock that fear out.
Okay.
Realistic. You know, I
Yeah.
don't expect you to come out of the box with some butterflies and rainbows.
Yes.
Life is hard, but I want you to make a realistic list and some realistic counter fears, I guess we'll call them.
Okay.
Okay, and when would you like to come back?
Next week.
Okay.
We could do this once a week. That would be great.
Great, all right.
Okay.
So let's have your list ready for next week, and then we'll go over the fears and some realistic options to face them.
Okay.
Okay,
Great.
thank you,
so
Laura.
much.
It's so good meeting you today.
too.